Here's your daily market review for Thursday, October 17, 2024. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your daily market review. Thursday, October 17th, 2024. Hopefully you're having a great day. As we've talked about with the markets going into the election, OPEX, a lot of things going on, that the risk of the reward is not to the upside. We talked about that on Monday, the pullback, and then the choppiness from the last 2 days due to options expiration, which is incredibly typical, as most of y'all know who follow the channel. OPEX, CHOPEX. Well, we had Taiwan semis earnings. You have Netflix after the close. We'll go over that. We've got some housing statistics tomorrow. We talked about, again, Philly Fed, New York Fed. The economic data is falling off a cliff. We know that. However, is all of it solved with liquidity? This is the big thing you got to be careful with. The market and itself and the economy don't always have to be one and one, right? It seems like they're pumping a ton of liquidity in the market. Why? China's doing the same thing. Are we expecting big issues? That's typically what you're doing when you pump a ton of liquidity in the market. Again, I don't want to speculate on all of it, but you usually know the reason when it comes due, meaning like we'll know when we know. Just be careful. So if you're new to the channel, check out the Discord room, link description below. I appreciate all the love, support, generous donations. You guys are amazing. If you have a question, do not hesitate to reach out. Y'all know the dilly. So yeah, there's a lot to talk about because it's interesting action. Gold breaking out. And again, if you bought gold and you're holding it, man, it's crushing Bitcoin the last, I don't know, since basically Mark Cuban said it was a pet rock. It's up 54%. Congratulations if you faded that guy. So let's get into it. If you're following on Twitter, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Again, I appreciate it. Also on YouTube, education series, 52 videos. If you're not watching these, what are you doing? ¿Por qué no? Check it out. If you want to learn, let me know how I can help. Use the Calendly link in the description. Let's talk if you need some help. Always looking to help, whether you're looking to buy, sell, invest in real estate anywhere in the country. I've got you covered. I'm telling you, reach out. 2 agents for the price of 1. If I don't find you the best agent in the country, it's just guaranteed. I will. I'll do my homework, make sure you find the best. And also, too, you get 2-for-1 strategy, 2-for-1 in everything. And if you don't like the agent, again, sometimes we make mistakes. We fire them. We move forward. Again, I can promise you that I will do my best to help you out. Check out, also, this is getting updated, my web. Oh, oops. Yeah, of course. It's because it's down. We're getting it fixed. Tradingagent.com. Turn passive income into properties. Turn profits into passive income and properties. Blech. All right. What do we know? CME watch tool. 1 cut expected. Coming up. Oh, the refresh. Yeah, eat fresh, see fresh, whatever. Trying to be funny with the Subway stuff. Not so much. Again, we'll see what happens here. But you got to be careful. So be careful. Bitcoin, again, I think it's a big chop zone. People are getting all excited about it. It's definitely not leading. That's the problem here. And so, yeah, I really don't know what to tell you near term. Again, to break out, you need to get over this 71,000. We could play this game. This could be resistance. This is a pretty solid move. Profit taking, pull back maybe to 64,000. Either way, I mean, I'm not bullish or bearish long term really on crypto. I'm more of just watching it for potentialities because these chop zones, again, the bigger the chop zone, the bigger the potential move after to resolve out. That's how this works. If you have any questions, again, do not hesitate to reach out. Oil. We talked about oil. Demand destruction is real. Geopolitical risk is real. However, what do you do near term? Again, I would stay on the sidelines. There's no reason to play it. Again, if it rips on World War III, all right, well then you played the gamble game. If it drops on economic weakness, I mean, again, you're putting yourself in a position where, to me, the risk reward is not really favorable. Again, another big chop zone. Natural gas, as we talked about, taking the profits, pulling back. Again, I want to see it under 2. Make sense? Make dollars make sense? Hollers. Dollar. This is what I've been saying. The dollar volatility, I mean, you don't see action like this in the dollar unless what? Something's cooking. I don't know what to tell you. Be careful. TLT. Talked about the first pop gets sold. Again, now you should be looking for dips. Here you go. This might make sense. Again, this is where the risk reward is absolutely in your favor. Tighten up your stops. Don't overtrade it. Don't overthink it. Don't gamble. Take it easy. Fix. Again, volatility is holding up. Someone knows something. Now, it's OPEX. They can beat the crap out of the VIX. As you guys know, Volatility Index. I'll be watching this, I don't know, 18, 19 area. Just keep it simple, stupid. VIX typically leads bottom first. Holding the 20-day. Again, it looks strong. SPY. Hey, SPY guy. Right? Look at this. Opens high, closes low. I mean, this is the thing that we've noticed once you get in these chop zones. We talked about this engulfing bar. Let's put it on the SPX. I apologize. Just keep an eye on this. This engulfing bar usually leads later to weakness, and it's interesting. You gap up, close at the low of the day, fill the gap. It's almost like today didn't even happen. Think about it. QQQ holding up better with Taiwan Semi. But, I mean, if you go look at a lot of names, they close at the low of the day. Same thing. We talked about QQQ. The first dip gets bought, holds the 20-day. Typically, the 20-day gets bought. Now here you gap below it. It was the 8 and 10-day. That was the first buy. This makes sense here. I'll show you some other, well, this is the 20-day here. Kind of, not really. It's always major tops. Here you go. Gets bought. Gets bought. That's a choppy one. Let me go back. Typically with straight line moves. Here you go. Watching like 20-day. Comes back 20-day. That's where you watch. It can break out. And then 20 days. This is where I'd be careful on red alert, because if you get the gap down, right? 20 days, pretty damn important. And if you're like, what does that mean? Again, ask questions. Don't hesitate. Been doing this a long time, y'all. IWM, breaking out or chopping around. DIA, been holding up really well. Chopping. Doji, look at these. Again, dojis. And if you don't know what a doji is, it opened high, or sorry, you have long, like you have a wick and closed basically where you opened. It's a weird symbol. Either you're leading to chop or it's a top. Ten cuidado. Gold breaks out. That's all I could say. Cool. Again, if you own gold, you're king. You know, as they say, he who owns the gold, the golden rule. He who owns the gold makes the rules. Well, again, if you've been owning gold, silver, like we talked about, just sitting on it, you're looking pretty damn good. Silver. This is where I don't trust the whole market in metals, because this is the thing, right? Like this stuff should be breaking out. GDX. These things can get absolutely slaughtered in the market. Back at the highs. And when I say in the market, meaning like the volatility picks up, they start throwing the baby out with the bathwater, they start flushing the toilet, you will get pullbacks in these names. AEM, chopping around. Lower highs. Like this is a leader. When you see the leader start lagging, you got to be careful. AG, right? Like this is like a silver, should be a silver monster. Breaks out, gives it back. Just watch. High and tight's okay. It doesn't go, it doesn't go. Newmont, this thing should be at 70. Like zoom out, right? 50s. Something doesn't make sense here. We'll see what happens here. It should be leading. Pass. Same kind of thing, right? Something doesn't make sense here. Head and shoulders top. Taiwan, speaking, wow, Taiwan Semi. Thank God did not take any shorts on this. Look at this action though. Telling you something. Something, high volume, long wick. Be careful. Micron. That's all I can say. Again, do I believe their numbers? I guess you have to, but I don't trust it. I mean, again, was it all pre-order going into a reason to order a bunch of chips because they thought there was going to be shortages, tight supply? Your guess is as good as mine, folks. Here you go. Micron, look at that retest. Wiki. AM Dizzle. Laggy. All right, look at this thing. Not really good. NVIDIA breaking out. Ugh. No. Retest. Worth a watch. SMCI. High short interest over the 50-day. Okay. Keep an eye on it. Again, I personally, this is the thing. People are like, oh, what's your idea? I'm like, I don't know every day. I don't know. Intellectual property. I told you guys this is going to get delisted at some point. It's just lagging. I don't know. I mean, all the government support in the world still can't hold up well. SMH opens high, closes low. 20-day held. See what happens here. Adobes. Can't get anything going. Apple, the fruit, La Fruta. Retest the high. Doji. Little pop today. No love. Amazonian. Again, if you like all these, if you like more comedy, leave a comment below. Again, we can start speaking different voices if you want. I have the ability to do that. We could do the Arnold voice the whole time. We could do like Jim Rome. hey, well, got a lot of voices. And if you're thinking Jimmer, I'm not talking about the sports caster. I'm talking about the motivational speaker from Idaho. Small farm boy from Idaho. Keep an eye on that one. Again, you watch the levels. Sorry, getting distracted. Meta. We talked about them kissing the ring for DT. Better hold the 20-day. But again, you're going to have Snap earnings soon. It's going to be tough. CRM chopping around the highs. Guggenheim, J Solstice. Again, thank you guys for posting these. When you see something, it made sense to me, right? Chopping, lower high, 20-day break. Looks pretty good. Now, remember, I am curious to see what happens, though, because I think the sum is greater. Sorry, the parts are greater than the sum. I think if they do break up Netflix, I think it has more, Google has more value. Microsoft, not really leading, right? Look at that. Gaps up, gives it all back. NDAQ, look at this gift in the 74s. You gotta be kidding. Another doji, little gap. Keep an eye on that little baby gap. Shopping at the baby gap. MicroStrategy, we talked about blow off top, giving it up. Okay, better hold the 8 and 10 day. Netflix, let's see what they're doing after hours. At 716. Someone didn't like, again, this is what's so hard about earnings. People probably knew the numbers. It's sold. But then whatever the freak they said in going after hours, it's at 716. And so imagine you bought puts, you sold your stock. I'd be watching the 20-day. It is curling down now. Roblox, you play pedo games, you get pedo results. I don't know. Look at this. I think they'll probably clean that up at some point. They could be a buyout target at the right price. Sometimes what you see is bad news is meant to, again, if you read Reminiscent Stock Operator, bad news meant for what? Trigger people to dump. Right? Trigger people to dump, and then they buy the stock. PanW holding up near the highs. We believe there will be more cybersecurity threats. If Pelosi's buying it, should you? Should me? Should we? Should all of us? Tesla holding the 100-day. It's worth a watch. Again, I think this is a big chop zone. Whether you believe in the future what they're doing, it doesn't matter. You need to break out. End of story. Moving on. Insight. Again, I think this company will get bought out. Watching what happens here, I think they will get absolutely snacked at some point, but wait for the pullback. See the volume at the lows. Pause it if you need to go back. Plantar fasciitis or Palantir. I'm probably saying it wrong. Again, I love saying things wrong, so people will just kind of, again, let me throw in that southern accent. Yeah. Is that Palantir? Palantir? We'll see. We talked about every time it pops, pulls back, watch the 20-day. Keep it simple, stupid. McDonald's. Fake breakout? That one's tough, right? OPEX. This is the thing. You see OPEX, TOPEX, OPEX, CHOPEX. There's a lot of funky going on. DraftKings, I'm telling you, this is going to get busted. The economy. People don't have extra money to spend on gamble. Once they lose money, they're not reloading their accounts. They're getting their free $100, losing it, and gone. Airbnb, we talked about trash floating last, holding here at the resistance zone. For now, gap fill, 100-day, little trap. Costco, buy. Watching the 50-day. It's been lagging. Starbucks, we talked about this. As soon as they got the new CEO, it's going to have to digest. Digestion continues. It's like going through the colon. FedEx is interesting. Oil comes down. This goes up. Okay, we'll see what happens here. Dude, if you see the 100-day, 50-day confluence and that 279, ring me. Call me. Ding, 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 ding. Caterpillar, chopping around, holding the 20-day. Not much to say there. DE. Range highs, backing off. Nucor. Keep an eye on it. Breaking out. Did not notice that until today. They're still now. Can we like commodities long term? Love them. X. Keep an eye on it. We think they'll get bought out. Vale. This is where it's tough, right? This is big Brazil conglomerate of materials. Watching the 50-day. Again, money will rotate at some point. Arrow. Junior Copper, 200-day. Ring-a-ling-ling-ling, watching that one. CCJ, again, the headlines for uranium are rather positive. I don't like seeing the wick at the end of the day. Keep an eye on this one. Because again, is it pricing on all the perfection near term? We still believe in it long term. Near term, that's where I would get a little hesitation. CF, nice pop. Mosaic, close at the high of the day. Chopping around. NTR, chopping around. Chop around again. We like commodities long run. AA, chopping around. Again, I believe in aluminum big time, man. That's a big sell bar right there. Big sell bar. This is where it's hard to chase this stuff. Let it play out. That is a big bar with volume. Keep an eye on that. The XLF, again, I posted today. If this isn't the blow off top, then I don't know what is. I mean, banks hold all of the risk. Keep an eye on that. JP Mo, Jamie Dimon doesn't want to buy back the stock. Why do you want to buy it? Just keep an eye on that one. Morgan Stanley, Stanley Morgan, right? Look at this blow off with earnings. Inside day, keep an eye on it. Bank of America. I mean, Buffett can't sell it fast enough. Watch that, Tuesday range. Goldman Sachs, look at this. Breaks out. Whee! And then kind of just consolidating. Somebody's selling up here. It's just whether it's going to be sold down or because it's top to top or just consolidating. Carry, back testing the old trend line. Multiple 3-day range here at 60. Watch what happens. I know it's over it, but again, don't bring a ruler to trading. XBI. Here we go. Range. I mean, something that should be leading up. Good old Jets. We talked about people looking at this one for a buy. Short. Interesting. Doji. Back at the range highs. Keep an eye on it. Builders, home builders. I don't know how the hell these things are up at 52-week highs. If you guys follow the channel, Lennar is basically giving away homes at 3.25%. Let's see how. I mean, that's the kind of shit they do when they're not selling. If they're selling, they're not giving incentives. Look at solar. Ugh, Sedge, come on, 15. I know you'll get there when you get there. I'll see you when you get the EMPH. Man, this thing is breaking. First solar, 200-day. Crucial. Holding for now. Question mark. HYG, again, we talked about you got to be high out of your mind to be buying corporate debt out of your freaking mind. Nothing much else to say. Oil. Near term, your guess is as good as mine. I personally have no position on any of this. UNG, as I've said, I hate this product. Look at this. Blah. KOLD is the trade. Short it, took profits. Fire. Watch the 80s, y'all. XOP. XOPizzle. Watching this. Range high. Talked about the trend line, 200-day, 100-day. Watch it. Watch. Again, I think it probably will back off. Good old CVE, same story, different day. 16 to 20, big chop range. Valero, chopping at the range lows. Retro Raggy, MPC, chop, range lows. ExxonMobil looked like it was going to break out. We talk about these dojis at highs, then a gap down. This looks bearish. That's all I can say on it. If I'm wrong, you should be okay. Well, then that's against the probabilities. Accidental. Again, Buffett's just probably buying back stock. He's like, I'll sell some calls here, and then when it drops, I'll sell some puts. Are you doing the same? EQT. Again, I like these names long term. I like natural gas. I think we're going to be a big natural gas exporter. This is a big chop zone. Think about this when this breaks out. This is going to be a freaking runner. Last but not least, Flex, Ellen, Jizzle. Same kind of thing. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Always here to help. Let me know what you need. Be safe. That's all we can say. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Have a great evening. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.